Welcome to Project Eden for Empyrion Galactic Survival, and here we are. We're still on the bridge of my capital vessel. The sun has just set. If I turn my light on, you can see the difference in lighting. This is one of the advantages of operating on cold planets, that you do keep a reasonable visibility during the night. And what I want to do in this part is have a bit of a change of pace from the fairly intense session we had in the last part when we were taking down the abandoned depot. And what I'd like to do is get out and explore this area here, and then kind of work our way up through here, because I definitely want to take down the abandoned factory, because my quest for the an epic shotgun is still ongoing. The other thing I wouldn't mind is a heavy sniper rifle as well. I think if I can get those two weapons, that would certainly complete my complement of equipment for going forward. Now, But before we get into what I want to do in this part, what I want to say is big thank you for comments and feedback. Again, you guys give me things to think about. I did get one comment about my epic armor, and probably what they were getting at was the fact why I wasn't using it to take down the POI. And what I like to do is keep the epic armor for even tougher situations than the depot. I know that may seem a bit strange, but I know going forward we're going to be in some very tough situations. One of the ones is the Black Pyramid. Also, I like to use the epic armor in space, and unless the game has changed, epic armor cannot be repaired. So I like to keep it for those ultra tough areas. Also, the temperature range of the epic armor is very useful for operating on extreme planets in space. That's why I tend to use the heavy armor for sessions like we had in the last video. Now, before we move off, I want to do one thing, and that is something I've been thinking about for some time. And I need a hover tank, and I also need a slightly better SV that can mount a bit more punch than my Silver Shade. The Silver Shade is really a light reconnaissance ship, and I've got it down to the MX5E for the SV and the MCRN Arcanicos for the hover tank. Now, I could make up my mind which one to build first. So what I've actually done is I've just tossed a coin, and what I'm going to be doing is getting the SV first. Now, the reason I like this SV is it's got quite a lot of weapon mount points. Plus, I'm going to have to upgrade it to, I think it's level 3, so that I can get a shield in it, because there's no point going in against a 0x territory without a shield. And there's also the option now to put a turret on an SV, and that's something I want to see whether that will make it more aggressive against ground patrols. So what we're going to do is, I can't remember what I need. I've already set it up here. So I need carbon substrate and some copper and some silicon. I think I've got more than enough for that. So pull out that. I've got 4,000 copper, and we got 907. So what I'm going to do is I'll split this down a bit. What's that? I think that probably still a little bit too much. Oops. Yeah, 269. That'd be. So just drop that in. That in. And we'll just put that up. Maybe I didn't really need the. Put that in. That's 398. And we'll just take that up. You see, I've got a big pile of saphium in here. The reason for that is I've been dropping in armored blocks or combat steel blocks into the workshop when I've been looting down the POIs. And I think I can probably just drop in that. You can see we've now got that here. It's going to take 9 minutes to produce it. So, because I've dropped a lot of other items in which have been complete. This is something that you need to be aware of, is that if you drop in whole produced items like thrusters and that, you actually reduce the production time. So we'll start that production off. Hopefully that's going to tick away quite nicely. And we'll just cancel that, get everything back into the right place. And I think we're good to go. So let's just jump in here. Turn the thrusters on, take off. And better set a... If we turn towards the west, send a ping out and see what we can find. There's a lot of Xerax bases in this area. So, okay, I think we just blown over a what we call it, golem. So what I want to do is kind of head there. Looks like there's a defense base there, but you see this is very much Xerax territory, so maybe we need to go slightly southwest. So that's and we've got titanium deposit. We've got something down right down there. Wait, stop firing. If we go between the two and see what we can find. I mean, I'm not going to open up every single square because, well, it's not really on. I'd guess that those two on the left there are together. So if we just gaining some height so we can get over the mountains. Some resources in this direction. Maybe we're just... I say what I'm looking for is POIs and crash ships. There's a question mark up about 4 kilometers away. There's something there. Of course, what we don't know with these question marks is, okay, that's Xerax territory. So there's definitely something in there with a base, and I say I'm not really equipped at the moment for kind of going into Hellstorm defense. Don't really want to go for that. That would be fun. It looks very much like the Xerax are concentrated in this area here. That chevron markers are... I think the chevron marks key bases. It could be the drone base, actually. I think we'll just fly up round here. Oops. Gonna have to try and get over the top of this mountain. I'm not really gaining a lot of height as such very quickly. I think that's because the ship's a little bit overloaded. So ideally what I would like is some probably more lift thrusters actually. Quite an impressive base there. We can kind of just skate through the center of this stuff here. We keep height. Ooh, what's that there? Got a ruined landing pad there. I don't think ruined landing pads have much on them. I don't think we're gonna waste too much time on that. We're just gonna keep pushing through. Yeah, we've kind of got through that overlapping area there. And I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna fly around until I find something of interest, and I'll be back. Just found a medium cobalt deposit. Just want to look at how much cobalt I've got. I've got 3,000. It might be advantageous to drop down and pick up that cobalt deposit. So I'm just going to drop down here. I'll drop down with our friend the column. We'll go and pick him up. Down. There he is. But there's 2 of them here. So I can pick them up. Then they're expanding my ammunition. What's that we got? A little bit fine pentaxid. Methium is a little bit of a challenge at the moment. I'm starting to feel I might need to get up into space and pick some of that up, because I don't have that much. I mean, I've got plenty of fuel packs, but I need promethium for other reasons as well. So what we may have to do is go up into space and find a promethium asteroid. I believe that because we're only going to do a short maneuver, get a little bit closer to the it in a little bit. Probably about there. And turn the thrusters off. Lots and lots of tabs. I really wish that they would add some kind of filter to the tabs now, because there's just so much of them. It's probably the polite way of saying it. Yeah, I've kind of lost the... We might... Oh, there it is there. So. And of course, we got the epic drill, which I picked up in the last part, which is going to be good. We can go straight down. Oh, that it? Not seeing any blue circles. That because I haven't got. Don't think I've got the ore scanner. Because I took it off. So let me just think the. Can't remember where I put the ore scanner. What we got? It's in. This could go in the pentaxid tank. I thought I'd changed everything to the what I need for normal operations, but obviously I forgot. So I'm just going to dig this out and I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I think I've got all the cobalt in here. I'm not seeing any more blue circles. I'll just have a quick fly round. Yeah, see how quick I was able to mine this out. We're using the... Okay, welcome back. I'm just flying around doing a last check to make sure that I've got all the cobalt. And just to give you an idea, we should have got quite a lot in. There, where's the cobalt? Cobalt ore. Where did I put it? Yeah, there it is. There we go. 869 cobalt from that. I think what we'll do is start converting that straight away. The easiest way to do it is just put in 1500. Just shove in a couple of hundred, turn that straight in. Now, while I was actually mining that out, my new SV has now finished. Grab you, and we're going to spawn you in. So I can show you the new SV. Our small vessel. Probably going to need some operational needs. Actually, I can do it this way. Just give you a quick tour of the ship. In here, yes, the MX. Actually, the wrong way round. Capital vessel, because got fuel in it. Fuel in. Operational needs. Just actually, we're just gonna put it right up. We brought the ship to life. Now, what you'll see, if I show you the CPU on this, if I can find it, what you'll see is that the CPU on this is 14,451. So the first thing we're going to need to do is upgrade this to tier 3. So what we need is a couple of tier 3 adapters. And then once we've got that, we can then put in a shield generator, which will go in here. If I go outside, and Jeff Randall's been very kind to kind of put in here what you need to upgrade the ship. You can see here, if we can kind of get those tabs that way, is remove the tier 2 CPU block and add 2 CPU tier 3 blocks, add 2 generators, add shield, add constructor. I'm not really going to need a constructor. It says add 2 miniguns next to existing miniguns, add 4 rocket launchers. So if I come out here, what you will see is from here, what you'll see is we've got some slots here and 2 more slots down here for rocket launchers. What I like to do with this ship is to is move the Gatling guns up to the front eventually, although we'll leave them there just for the moment. And what I'd like to do is put the Gatling guns outboard and then put rail guns and other weapons on the inside slot. Of course, we'll have the four missile launchers on here. The reason I put the spare slot on the inbound side is that once I get the, what they call them, the mining lasers, where are they? Here, these tier 2 drill lasers. In fact, I can unlock those. I mean, I've got literally to level 20, so I can make a couple of those. I can mount those into the ship there, and what that does is it allows me to do asteroid mining. So that's the reason why I do it now. The other thing I also like about this ship is that you can actually get into the cockpit from inside. Therefore, this ship is very useful from the perspective of operating on extreme planets. So we're just going to hook this on to here. I'm just going to dock the MX4 on here. I know some of you are going to say, why am I not putting in the hangar deck? Well, I think at the moment I can afford just to put it onto the top here. But no, turn off all the power. I don't need it here. Now, this ship's got reasonable storage capacity as well. It's a bit icky landing, isn't it? But it has landed, hasn't it? So what we need to do now is actually make a couple of tier 3 adapters. I can't remember if I've actually unlocked them. Where are they? Oh, we've got here small modular. We can get some quite nice weapons on this ship as well over time. Oh yeah, CPU extender tier 2 and tier 3. And what I need to do is make 2 tier 3s. Get back into the ship. The harvest going nicely. Just used up quite a lot of my plant fiber, so get that there. Anything else here? Oh, that's something else someone said. Let me just pick this up and then I'll show you. I mean, it's a very interesting tip actually, and I must admit it's something I've never really thought about. Keep the food supply coming in. We're not going to go hungry now. So if we come into here, player, back to capital vessel, bridge 1. What somebody actually said is that if you want to make some money, knock out some sparkling wine because they're worth something. So and I've got loads of berries. Oh, I did have loads of berries. Where are they? There they are. We've got 80 berries. I thought what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock out about 10 sparkling wine. We've got the purified water up here as well because all it needs is berries and purified water. So we'll get that going, and what I need now is go to constructor in, and hoping that I'm going to be able to make the SV extenders. We need steel plates, electronics, computers, optical fiber, and 2 small optronics bridges. So we're going to be 1 short. What do I need for an optronics bridge? Gold ingots, oscillators. I might be able to just do this. And I think, well, I've got to go for it anyway. So what we're going to do is I'm going to add it to make 2 of those. And then we're going to carry on exploring. And hopefully that will... Okay, we're too heavy. Okay. Got a problem. We are too heavy. That's because I've got the SV on the top now. And do I have thrusters? Building components. Got some small thrusters. I've got some more medium thrusters. Okay, where can I put the thrusters? So I'm going to need a little bit of a ship upgrade. My instinct is like possibly put in. Let me just take a look at this. This is going to be a little bit icky. You take out that one and that one on that side, and what was it? I've forgotten what. Sorry. Yeah, it's right next to the angle. So get over here. Out that one, that one. Out that. This is the reason why I kept the spare thrusters, because I had a feeling this was going to happen. Put one there. Now the problem I'm also going to get now is maneuverability, because if the ship is overweight from the perspective of lift, is that no, it's the right way round. So if the ship is there, we may need more push thrusters. We got 4 at the back. What we're going to do is just give this a go and see how it goes. And we'll just see what statistically wise, remaining thrust. I think what I'm going to need to do is come on here, and all the thrusters on. So we got lift of Bailey with 10.2, 10 kilotons with that. And we'll see if we can get off the ground, and we'll see how maneuverable we are. Actually, what's the CPU as well? We got tiny amount. Should I need it? Okay, we've got liftoff. I mean, the maneuverability. I mean, we've got forward thrusts. We can obviously drop very quicker because we're slightly overloaded. But what we haven't got is lateral thrust. Lateral thrust is virtually non-existent. I think the extra thrusters is giving me a little bit more lift. We're just going to check out these resources here. Right, we got plasma drone there. Oh, I've got him already. Okay. Let's get rid of that. There. I'm going to drop those in there. Oh. I think I actually seem to have drifted down quite quickly there. Certainly go and get the ice golem again. Oops, I don't think I landed very well there, did I? We might have a bit of a problem getting back into my ship. There's another column just up there. Somewhat. If I can, I think if we can hit the drone. Only going to go get the plasma drone. Where was that golem? I think he's just up there, isn't he? Up here. Right up here. He is kind of half buried in the ground. Thank you, game. Now, somehow, I've got to get back in my ship. Probably the best way to approach this will be from the rear. If I can get up on top of those mountains. Oh. Don't know, I might be able to kind of jump up into the entrance there. It's going to be a little bit of a high jump, isn't it? Line up. Whoops. Ah! Nearly made it. Wait for the... There we are. Got up inside. Close the entrance up. We need something to eat. Okay, we just put this in the constructor. Put this in the ammo section. Just put this in operational needs. And oops, and I need something to eat. Just a waffle. I'd really like that titanium deposit, but I have overloaded. More cobalt. Okay. Wow. Absolutely no braking. Actually, 2 of them there. Looks like there might be 3 of them here. Okay, out we go. There's one. There's one. Looks like we might kill a creature as well. Oh, 1, 2, 3, and there's another one over here. But this way, I can't ever recall being on a planet with this many golems, to be honest. Walking towards the ship, what I'm probably going to need is some extra thrusters, but I think what I might do is put in small thrusters as opposed to the bigger medium thrusters. But I won't do that just yet. I want to just fly around a bit more and get a feel for how the ship doesn't operate. It's probably the correct way of saying it. I'm going to jump in here. The sun's just about to come up, so where are we? Come off it. Kidding me, game. I think what we're going to do is we're going to fly towards the sun. That's the direction of the abandoned factory. What we're going to do is just fly across the top here. I think what I've done is I've just strayed. Yeah, I'm right on the edge of the Arctic Circle here. Oops. Wait, get off the ground. Oh, small Promethium. I certainly want that Promethium. I'm going to drop down here. And we'll just land here. I am going to remember to turn the thrusters off. Wait. I'll have a quick check of where was my constructor pointing at? Oh, it's out. In, out, in, out, in, out. Right, we've got the two extenders. So let me just put these out. And we'll just put this stuff in here. Oh, this is refined pentaxid again. Certainly get a lot of refined pentaxid, nothing else. And what we're going to do is go up here. Look at our nice new ship. Oops. What I've got to do now is, I say Jeff Randall's very kindly, whoops, given us the slots for ship. It's going to retrieve that block, not because what I should be able to do, even if I don't want to use it, I should be able to put this in. What this means now is my CPU is now 40,000, so we can put the shield generator in and we can work on the weapons. And of course, one of the nice things about this ship is that you can do that. I'm going to turn the power on. Hello, thrusters. Okay. Now, the one downside with this ship is that it's actually got a little bit of restricted visibility. I don't want Gatling guns. So what I should do is pick up some ammo, shouldn't I? I think the Silver Shade has got quite a lot of ammo. Yeah, we got 2,000 odd. Kind of split the difference with that. Can't steal the missiles yet because we've got no missile launchers, so. There's the Promethium deposit. Of course, another reason for using the small vessel is the fact that the Promethium is perched right up on top of this little area here. And we can be able to get in here like that. Drop down there. Turn the thrusters off. Turn the power off. Oh, whoops. Do is it's got a cargo box, but we actually got a container controller of 10,000, so that should be more than enough to. Oops. And the Promethium is just down here. Of course, we're close to the Xerax, so make sure we double tap. And I think that's it. I can't see any more Promethium here. Can't see any more blue circles. One way to find out is power on. And just to show you, we got 314 Promethium out of that. What I am going to do is I'm going to trash the stone. I've got a lot of stone already in my ship. I think that might be contributing to my overload problem. I mean, it's not a massive contribution. And hopefully let's see if we can get a better landing this time. You can see the well, I think we're gonna. We'll just come in here, drop down. I think what I most likely will do is put the Silver Shade inside the hangar going forward. Off again. And move forward a little bit. Now we'll just turn the power off. See if we've actually landed properly this time. That's a bit better, isn't it? So, what I'm just going to do is have a quick check. What we've got to turn the power back on because the LCDs have gone. LCDs disappear when you turn the power off. So we need 2 generators. So I'm not going to put the constructor in. Not sure where. We've got the generator there. The constructor goes there. So we need two generators and a shield generator. So and of course we need the missile bays as well. So here, and we can drop that into the capital vessel in there. Fire vessel in, and what I need is just make sure I've unlocked everything for the mobile construction. We've got the generators. If I unlock the shield generator, polarized hull, you need that. I mean, I wouldn't mind possibly upgrading the cockpit to armored as well. We'll just unlock a few of these things. Taxied, got the rocket launchers. This is the miniguns, which is the other thing I would like to put on the ship. First things first, though. Come in here. It's the SV. So we need generators that I can never find. Go to station. Where's the standard generator? Is it all small generators? I thought I'd unlocked. Where's the full size generator? Oh, there it is. 1, 2. We want 2 of those. And then we should have enough for this. We got flux cores. Gonna make out getting that. Then we're gonna go to weapons. Should be able to make 4 of those. And looking, I want a couple of SV turrets as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to wait for this to be built, and I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I come in here, kind of messed up again. I've put everything in the constructor in, but we're okay. We've got space. A couple of generators. We've got the shield generators. We're still turning out the rocket launchers, but I think from an interest point of view, the generators are probably the more important. Follow Jeff Randall's hint. That generator there, that generator there, and we put the, what we call it here. Oops. We've now got the shield generator in. Quick look at the CPU stats. We're now up to 31,134. But we've now got a shield generator, which means we can now effectively go after our friends. Of course, we've also got a warp drive in this ship as well. So the next thing we're going to need to do is cancel that for the moment. Work. Nope. Capital vessel, because we're putting in. No. What I need to do is put that into container controller. I'll pull about 50 odd of that out there. Come here, pentaxid tank. I think the pentaxid. Got some pentaxid in here, so we've now got a shield generator. What we need now is some pretty nice looking, call it, turrets. I'm now making the turrets as well. around here. And structure in, up. Got the 2 turrets and the 4 rocket launchers. I'm not sure how this will work. So I think we'll start with. Oh, can't go. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of a. We'll put a rocket launcher on each side. Like that. Now. Oops. Oops, didn't mean to do that. This way. Now, I did practice this in the creative mode, and I think I can get a turret on each side just on this bit here. If you see, the hull sticks out a little bit there, so kind of trying to get this in. It's like, I know what's going on. It's just very careful now. Make sure we count those lights. Just the lights, not the blocks there. And I think kind of book it there. That gives me 2 turrets on the top now, which would give me fire suppression for patrols. Quick look at the. We're at 35,000. So if I can drop in the other 2 turrets, not rocket launchers. Get a rocket launcher there. Oops. And rocket launcher there. So I've now got a ship that's got a fairly good aggressive capacity. We've got a couple of Gatling guns. We've got the turrets on the roof, which should help with patrols and other elements as well, especially taking out drones. So in some ways it makes the Gatling guns a little bit redundant. Now, there is a way I can get the Gatling guns onto the front of the ship. I won't do that now. I think what you've got to do is take out these blocks here. So you get a Gatling gun mounted each side of the spotlight. And of course that then moves over this area here. In fact, I think before I load the ship, the weapons up, we're going to take the Gatling guns out. I'm going to retrieve that one there. And one here. Come here. That back there. And what I want to do, if I can do it, is put the Gatling gun on the outer point weapons position. And then what that does is it gives me a position here. I know this is a bit exposed, so what I may have to do is put a block in there temporarily for weapons, other things. So let's have a look here. Got the railgun. I mean, I wouldn't mind that. We've got pulse lasers, we've got pulse cannons. We've also got the mining laser, wherever it was, went to down here, wherever it is. Kind of very tempted to take the railgun, but the trouble is the railgun may be a little bit too much, so we may have to stick with the Gatling guns in the short term. So again, let's just have a quick look at the CPU. 37,000. Yeah, I can't really put railguns on. So I think what I'm going to do in the short term is break that link there. Bit of building components. I need a couple of hardened steel blocks here. Actually, no, I've got one Gatling gun already, haven't I? So if I do this quickly, and then we drop in the second Gatling gun. Yeah. And then what I need to do is make another one. Here's cancel that. Constructor in. What we'll actually do is fix this because it's starting to get to me. Weapon. We've got a drill laser here, but that's for. Oh, okay. We've actually got. How many hit points has it got? 800. Okay. Change plans. I'm just going to make up that. What I'm going to do is take out that Gatling gun. And that can go back into building components. Stretcher out. Wait, I'm gonna wait for the second one to be built and I'll be right back. Yeah, I've just realized I need to do something else as well. I'm gonna come in here and come in here. Filter for this is on. I need to make one of these. Well, the mount here. Oops. Just here. That there. And we're just going to. Can you get in that slot? I'll get you there. That gives me the 2 mining lasers. Of course, the mistake I made was that I forgot that I need to flip over to the what we call it. But thankfully, Jeff Randall has. I think this is the right one. This is the ammo one. This one. So what I'm going to do is retrieve you and drop you in there. What that does is if I come into here. What you will see is that container controllers down here for ammo. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to auto group this. What you'll find now is I've got a harvest box here. So this container that was originally up here is now, and all I've got is 3 small cargo boxes, which are pretty irrelevant really. And that means that what I've now got is an SV with pretty good defensive capabilities and also a mining capability as well. We got shield generators, got that, we got missile launchers. I mean, it's not going to take down a big POI, but it's going to allow me to be a bit more aggressive because we've got shields. It also means that when we're in space, we'll be able to do some mining. You can also do mining on the ground. But to be honest, I find that when you're down on a planet, it's easier to mine with an epic drill than mess about trying to get out, or with a hover miner or an SV miner. These are really for mining asteroids. And I'm quite happy with that, and this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. What I will do off camera is do that final distance. So in the next part, we will be doing the abandoned factory, because I think that's probably going to be the last POI on this area here. And then what we might be doing is kind of maybe getting a bit more aggressive with the Xerax. I'm aware that I've been on this planet for a very long time. So until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.